where the news comes first. Live from KCRA3 News, we begin with breaking news.
And some new information tonight coming in about that backcountry group of skiers caught in a Sierra avalanche earlier today. Nevada County deputies now say that 15 people, not 16, were part of that group. Now, 6 have been rescued. The 9 others are still missing tonight. Thanks for being with us at 11. I'm Gulston Dark.
And I'm Edie Lambert. Tonight, we're hearing from the company that took the group out. The sheriff's office says the avalanche was reported near the Castle Peak area at around 11:30 this morning. KCRA3's Curtis Ming is here now. What have you been able to learn about the search?
Well, it's now been 11.5 hours, and it took hours for rescuers to reach those 6 survivors in this brutal winter weather. And some of them were hurt. We learned within the past 20 minutes, the sheriff's office confirmed 2 are now in the hospital. The sheriff's office also now saying it wasn't 16 people, as initially reported, but 15. The company that hosted that backcountry trip is Blackbird Mountain Guides. The company earlier today confirmed 4 guides were leading this group and returning from a 3-day backcountry ski trip near Castle Peak, that is north of I-80. They were staying at the Frog Lake Huts. This morning, the company says the group was trying to get back to a trailhead when that avalanche happened at around 11:30. The backcountry conditions were brutal today. An avalanche warning was in place, which raises the question, why were they out there? Video from the Nevada County Sheriff's Office shows crews organizing their response at 2 ski resorts. We spoke with a captain with the Sheriff's Office who said the survivors at the avalanche site had emergency beacons and they were communicating.
There's no quick way for them to come out, so they're having to wait there. You know, and like I said, they have emergency beacons, some of them that communicate, via text. So we're in contact with them and doing our best to get in there.
And tonight we are hearing from Blackbird Mountain Guides. The company guiding this trip says the group was in the process of returning to the trailhead at the conclusion of a 3-day trip when the incident occurred, adding the leadership team at Blackbird Mountain Guides is working in full coordination with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office and Nevada County Search and Rescue to support the ongoing rescue operation. That company also says they are in contact with the emergency contacts of those who are missing and the 6 who are now rescued. But tonight, 9 skiers remain missing in this avalanche. The Nevada Sheriff's Office is planning a news conference for tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll continue to monitor that even throughout the night as well up until that news conference. Curtis, thank you for that. And that avalanche was triggered as feet of new snow is piling in the Sierra. Conditions in the mountains and foothills have made today a second weather alert day in a row. Let's
have a look here at the conditions along I-80. This is at Donner Summit right now. Heavy snow forced the Highway Patrol to close the interstate for hours today. They are warning drivers, if you don't have to be in the Sierra tonight, do not risk it. And taking a look at the conditions on Highway 50, this is Twin Bridges spinouts have forced Caltrans to shut down the road between Placerville and Myers. This storm left thousands of people without power in a number of counties. Let's walk you through this. This includes Nevada County, where close to 10,000 people are without power. In Placer County, 3,300 are in the dark. In El Dorado County, it's more than 5,700. Amador County, 2,600, and 10,000 customers in Calaveras County. And in Tuolumne County, more than 1,700 customers are without power. In Stanislaus County, more than 1,600. In Solano County, nearly 3,000 customers have been impacted. And then in Sierra County, more than 1,100 are in the dark tonight. Now, 3 adults stranded in Amador County have now been located. They've been stuck on Mormon Immigrant Trail since yesterday afternoon. Amador Fire updating us about an hour ago on this, saying that they have located those 3 people. Rescuers had to work through a mile of dangerous snow to get to them, and they're now working to get those people to Highway 88, where an ambulance is waiting. And at this point, we don't have any word on their condition. Take a look at this new video out of Sacramento County. Crews had to rescue a man who drove through a flooded road and got stuck. The Highway Patrol says the roadway had been closed for more than a day when that driver decided he could drive through it, but turned out he couldn't. He ended up in 5 feet of water and was nearly swept downstream before crews could reach him. We have team coverage of the storm and its impact, starting with meteorologist Heather Waldman. When will the storm wind down?
Yeah, well, this is round 2, right? Round 1 came in yesterday. Round 2 winding down now. In fact, along Interstate 80, the snow finally starting to ease. And in Stockton and Modesto, it's been soggy for you all day long. That rain is starting to ease, but we've got another round to talk about later on this week. Those closures on 80 and 50, they are still up in both directions. That's what the purple indicates there. From Colfax to the Nevada state line, they're on Interstate 80, and from the Camino area all the way up towards Echo Summit, both directions on Highway 50. We've seen plenty of issues on 88, Highway 4, 108, as well as parts of Highway 49. That snow level is getting down lower and lower as this last little burst of precipitation moves its way up the west slope. We're going to see some good additional accumulations. This is through Thursday, 12 to 18 inches of additional snow in Arnold, up to a foot in Twain Harte. Auburn, Cameron Park, you could see about an inch of slushy snow. That comes on Thursday morning, and we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But I mentioned Stockton. Nice to see the rain moving out of there. We've seen close to 3 inches of rain since all of this began on Monday morning at the airport in Stockton. Over 3 inches of rain in Auburn and Placerville. A gauge there near Arnold, over 5 inches of rainfall. Some of that, of course, coming down as snowfall. One more round to go for this week, but there's more to come next week. I'll see you with the 7-day in a few minutes.
All right, we'll check back. Thanks, Heather. Well, right now, Interstate 80 through the Sierra, it's closed at Colfax. It's been closed since this morning.
KCRA 3's Andres Valle is live for us in Colfax. He's there to monitor the situation. What are the conditions like right now?
Yeah, so Edie Golston, the good news is it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's relatively dry, but again, looks are deceiving because further up the interstate, that's where those conditions are a lot worse. That's why Caltrans crews have been pretty much parked here all day, preventing drivers continuing going eastbound. They're even checking for people over there on the actual interstate. You can see them with their flashing lights and, of course, their cones set up. And we've headed over to the street right here. You can see some of those semi-trucks and at least 2 SUVs parked here, hoping that the Caltrans crews will open the interstate. But the good news is that's pretty much all we've seen so far. So let's show you some video that we shot from earlier in the night when we first got here to Colfax. This is when we were tracking Caltrans crews throughout the night, turning people away, only letting those who can verify that they live in communities near Colfax to continue on I-80. For the most part, it's been pretty quiet up here with not a ton of backup. Because of this, we went to Nevada City and Grass Valley to see if anyone was stranded or would end up spending the night in nearby hotels. We noticed how quiet both communities were and not a whole lot of people or cars in the area, but we were able to speak to some folks in Grass Valley who say they think people got the hint and are staying put till the storm passes and road conditions easing up.
I think like a lot of people were on the roads earlier and kind of experienced sort of a little bit of chaos with that because some people didn't have four-wheel drive, so they're kind of slipping and sliding a little bit. So yeah, they're just probably winding down.
Actually, I couldn't get out of my house today, but my friend have a four-wheel drive, so he helped me this morning.
People that come up from down below don't really know how to drive in it and stuff.
And that's why Caltrans crews have been blocking the interstate for hours at this point, because again, right above in those higher elevations, it's still a mess. Those Caltrans crews are working on 24/7 periods, 12-hour shifts to treat the roads, plow the interstate to get it back open. But as you can see here at 11 p.m., and I know it's pretty late, but there hasn't been a whole lot of people coming up here. So I think people are getting the hint that it's just too dangerous to travel over the summits tonight. For now, we're live here in Colfax. I'm Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Andres, thank you so much for the update.
3 people are in the hospital, all of them injured as they were trying to fix tire chains. The CHP says that 2 Good Samaritans were helping a stuck driver yesterday on Highway 50 east of Johnson Pass. That's when the driver of a pickup lost control in the snow and then crashed into them. All 3 suffered major injuries.
Lots of kids have another snow day tomorrow. Many schools and districts will be closed because of the weather. The full district closures include Camino Union Elementary, Gold Oak Union, Pollock Pines Elementary, Pioneer Union, Tahoe Truckee Unified, and Amador County Unified, except for Ione Elementary. Individual schools closed include El Dorado High School, Independence High, Union Mine High, Pacific Crest Academy, McCollum Hill Elementary, and West Point Elementary. And we have the full list of closures at KCRA.com.
Let's give you another look at what it was like today. KCRA 3 viewers sharing videos of the storm. Jennifer Breiling sending this video of snow. This is Myers, and you can see just how much has fallen there. The trees and the ground covered in that fresh powder tonight.
Again, there you go. Oh my God. We can't see you guys. guys.
That's the reaction from all that snow coming off the trees and onto the windshield. That's Highway 50. Michelle Salinas sharing this video with us. That snow pretty much covering the car's windshield, making it hard to see until you got those wipers going there. And then there were the conditions on Highway 267 to show you. Peter Spain sending us this video as he drove between Kings Beach and Truckee. Hard to see anything out there. The snow making it tough to see the road ahead with everything blowing around. But as you can see, he was behind that snow plow. Good place to be. Just follow the flashing lights and that'll help you get to where you need to go.
So we mentioned all the power outages. It can be a dangerous situation during this cold storm. At last check, 2,600 people were without power in Amador County. And right now, temperatures there are just a few degrees above freezing.
Yeah, KCRA 3's Peyton Headley is live in Jackson for us tonight, where the Red Cross opened up an emergency shelter, Peyton.
Yeah, and so the rain is the reason for the emergency shelter. It really kicked off that power outage here. So you can see there's a little bit of rain coming down now, but it was much stronger when we got here around 8 o'clock this evening. An example of that is this storm drain on the ground here. It was gushing water when we first arrived, and now you can see it is down to a trickle. So we know at least 8 people have made it to the shelter so far, and they have room for plenty more. So we know that Amador County reached out to the Red Cross and asked them to get this shelter open because they were having power outage issues due to the weather. Volunteers got here to the Jackson Civic Center very quickly and opened up the shelter in about 30 minutes. It gives people a safe space to sleep and to eat, and really just a comfortable place to get out of the weather.
Anybody is welcome at our shelter, regardless of their circumstances. We don't want anybody to be outside on a night like this. If they have nowhere to go, we want them to be inside and be safe.
And the shelter is open 24 hours. So if anyone needs it in the middle of the night or early in the morning, they are welcome to come in. Their household pets are also welcome. They will have crates available for them if you don't have them yourself. Again, it is at 33 Broadway here in Jackson. Live in Amador County, Peyton Headley, KCRA 3 News.
Peyton, thanks for that part of our coverage. We're not done yet. A third storm with even lower snow is coming later this week.
Heather's been warning us, so let's check back in with what we can expect.
Yeah, and we're talking about those cold temperatures, too, where Peyton is barely in the mid-30s. Valley temperatures overnight tonight will drop into the mid-30s, and we've got more chilly air for the rest of the week, too. So here's storm number 2 for this week. It's here now. It's on its way out. Storm number 3 gets here late Wednesday night and into early Thursday morning. In between on Wednesday, we're still going to see showers. It's not going to be a completely dry day, but the valley especially is going to get a nice break from the rainfall. Snow will ease in the Sierra, but travel is still going to be very difficult and very slow. Colder, drier air coming in with this third system. That allows the snow level to drop, but it also means the snowfall rates aren't going to be too crazy. Let's start with Wednesday morning, though. A much easier commute along 80, I-5, Highway 99. The roads will be wet, but you won't have to deal with the soaking rain across a large area like what we had earlier this morning. A few showers moving across the valley into the afternoon. A lot of places stay dry, and notice how the snow in the Sierra, it bubbles up at times and then it fizzles back out. We will see accumulation at and above 3,000 feet tomorrow, but we're going to see bigger accumulations starting Thursday morning. Look at this. This is a line of rain and some snow down to about 1,000 feet first thing Thursday morning. Let's zoom in and get you an idea of where that rain snow line could be. This is at 10 a.m. Brownsville, maybe even Loma Rica there in Yuba County, Grass Valley, Nevada City, Lake of the Pines, Forest Hill, Lincoln, perhaps, Georgetown, Pollock Pines, Cameron Park is going to be right on that snow line where we see maybe a couple inches of slushy accumulation. McCullum Hill down through Murphy, Sonora, very close to the Highway 49 corridor, and Groveland. You could pick up a little bit more slush. These are numbers just for the day on Thursday. 6 to 12 inches over the passes. That's not the 2 to 3 feet that we've seen per day the last couple of days. Notice 1,500 feet and down to 1,000 feet. Couple inches, but that's all going to be on the grass. We'll be talking about it, but it's not going to have a big impact below 2,000 feet. We'll talk more about the 7-day in a few minutes.
All right, Heather, thank you. And you can stay updated on this storm and the next one as they continue to move over Northern California. Our KCRA 3 app has an interactive radar, and you can use that to zoom in right to your location.